Let me run something by you. You know that civic harassment queue that we've been in lately?
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is it like all Republicans in there?
It's all Republicans. But a lot of it comes off of Trump's page specifically.
Yeah, because I see like a Bernie post, and then I'll see like 5 Trump posts in a row.
Yeah, it looks straight Republican related. Like, I love our president. Where are we getting this?
Steve Grimmett is a content moderator for Facebook in Austin, Texas.
It's a very progressive company who's very anti-MAGA.
I know that Facebook does have a Trump rule where they still allow him on the platform, even though he says things that if anyone else said it.
And that's the fortunate thing is, even if he does say something, if it gets repeated, we can at least get the average Joe. But it goes back to our discussion earlier. It's hard when you've got the top person in the country. That's his MO. But Facebook's done a lot better job of at least policing the mimickers and the mockingbirds that come after Trump.
I assume your coworkers were deleting a lot of Trump.
Nobody likes Trump on the national side.
You don't leave any go, do you? Like, if you see a conservative post, you just get rid of it. Right.
I don't give no I'll delete it.
Good.
And they'll get salty. It's mostly
like, even if it's not, even if it's in policy, like, you're deleting that, right?
Yeah, I don't give no It's like 1 week left. What are they gonna do? Like, send me to OIP? I don't give a
You told me that you just whack all the conservative posts and just gone, right?
No, honestly, like every time, like half the time when I delete people for like pro-Trump, I'm like, you should be on a watch list, dude.
Yeah. Seriously.
Trump supporters like to throw around like Trump derangement syndrome as like, liberals being crazy. I like to think of it as actually you're the one that has Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, you're losing your goddamn mind as soon as, because they're just like, oh, Trump 2020. Yeah. And it's like, that sounds a little more deranged to me when you end every argument than that.
Like, even like hashtag MAGA or hashtag MAGA 2020.
It's political, it stays up.
Yeah, but not for you.
No. Oh no.
Deleted.
Yeah.
So it's like delete any like positive Trump supporter stuff. But if it makes him look bad,
We have to take it down, but I leave it up.
you leave it up.
So if you see something that's not supposed to be up, it's probably me.
So you've deleted just hashtag MAGA? Yeah. Like the post gone?
It's common sense.
Who else is like you? Like in the office? Who else that proactively deletes?
Well, I hang out with a lot of people because they'll come up to me and they'll be like, post me, and then when I do, it's like, you set yourself up. But there's Marcella, I hang out a lot with her. There's like other Asian guys that I hang out there. Kevin, who's like the midget that I harass about his height. And then there's like Trug, Gabe, Cassie, Jen. Yeah, that's it. Oh, Dante, Skylar, Shania.
Those are all like the resistors.
The people that I hang out with.
Yeah. And they all do the same thing as you, content moderator. How many of you are like take your own stance and say we're just deleting whatever all the Trump posts?
There's only probably like 16 of us.
And you guys you just delete everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
16 in the morning.
I don't believe in pushing the left agenda.
Yeah, and that's what Facebook.
How?
By allowing a lot of stuff that are very far left to be still on the platform. Like, for example, like racial stuff.
Okay.
You could call me white trash based on me being white, but I can't. But if you say Asian trash, black trash, brown trash, we got to delete stuff like that.
Right.
So they're very, they'll allow certain things, but not for others where you would think something could be. And so that's just, one example. And they're very like politically. It's like you could say anything you want except kill for someone on the right.
Okay.
But if it's someone on the left and it's about their race, that's up in like governmental things, you have to take that down for hate speech.
Yeah, and then she has a MAGA hat on or something. You'll delete all of them. Yeah. I would so do that though.
Yeah. Yeah. You just have to like go hard that day. It's just like get into work early. like I'm on a mission. Like make up for the last year.
I think probably.
Oh really?
But if they attack like Bernie or something, maybe I'll take that. Yeah, I can take that.
Like what
Like
type
if
of
they
attack?
say like Bernie is this and this, and he doesn't believe in that, and he's just like this or whatever, I'll just take it down.
It's like, think about the amount of impact that you could have if you remove those types of posts.
Yeah.
I mean, like they like once
The hateful.
yeah. That's true. I'd rather remove Trump posts than Bernie posts though, because I feel like people just say, "Oh, I don't like Bernie," or "Bernie's a communist." Like, I don't really think that would impact anything. But if a Trump post was to come up and it was promoting Trump and I could take that down, then I feel like that's the
The actions of the content moderators may not be conclusive evidence of structural bias at Facebook, but it certainly speaks to the anti-conservative culture that McElroy says is pervasive.
Well, it's very simple. You've got a formula. You've got a workplace full of mostly liberal-leaning Democrats, leftists, essentially, and they are being put in charge of moderating the entire public discourse. Facebook and Instagram are very large platforms, one of the biggest, and our voices are in the hands of people who are almost entirely left-leaning and not right-leaning or otherwise unbiased. And in speaking with a lot of them, I found that they are not at all shy to exercise their political will in deleting or leaving up content, whether or not they're allowed to, or whether or not they'll get penalized for it, especially when they've got nothing to lose, that is to say, they're getting laid off.
That's hard. Yeah. What if I know? I come up with some good ass excuse sometimes where they like let me slide.
No one cares.
No one cares. They're just deleting everything they want. I know a lot of people, always going back to politics, but hey, fighting the good fight. I know a lot of people are taking down, Trump posts.
Stuff. Oh yeah, I knew that too. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to hold you accountable for taking it down. We have like 30 minutes left. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
But it's for the better.
Yeah, hell yeah. You gotta get the Cheeto out of office.
I'm thinking, delete like every Donald Trump post I see on the timeline.
Oh, okay, I thought I was the only one.
Why not? You think?
Why not?
See, this is a man thing.
I thought I was the only one doing it, okay?
You're doing it?
I thought I was the only one doing it.
But I'll be here.
I just feel
Spite.
revenge for all the
I mean, what you think? They gonna audit you? Who cares?
Oh, who knows? I don't know, but I just feel like I'm doing something.
The problem, I think, again, it's globally, they want part of them in this picture, in this global picture. Therefore, Christians are always, you can't believe how much Jesus stuff that has been attacked over and over and over again against Jesus or any type of Christianity. You could blaspheme Jesus as much as you want on Facebook. But if you go against somebody that's wearing one of those Islamic hats and thinking that they're going to blow themselves up, well, that's hate speech. But if there's anything over here and in the name of a Christian, shares a Bible verse or just, says this, that may appear to go against homosexuality, well, that's hate speech. That's, this and that. That's not allowed.
It's pretty clear that Facebook has a political agenda, and it's also clear that if you're not in line with that, you're less likely to be heard.
Do you think if it was like a pro-Trump whistleblower that they would just protect him to the same level? No, right?
I think they're very biased with who they protect.
At a certain extent, like the bias. Like you've seen the Twitter shadow banning. So I wonder if you've seen anything at Facebook.
Shadow bans.
Yeah.
Facebook's notorious for it, and they say they don't, but it's clear that people's content don't comes up because it's been defiltered off the queue.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That's crazy.
They're doing something, man. They're just trying to pretend like they're not.
Yeah.
Well,
it's definitely being done. I don't know if there's any plans to make it more, like, to make it a true shadow ban. Like, you post these things, nobody can see your, like, you're not banned, but nobody can see your.
So a lot of things that we have to look out for are the dog whistles, are the I guess the content coming from places that is a haven for white nationalism.